gentlemen, Lukas Graham sits to chat with Bennett from Most Requested Live.
We're chatting with Lukas Graham. We're getting to know him pretty well here on Most Requested Live. Taking over. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Bennett.
Cheat code is out. We're loving it.
Several of you.
Yeah, isn't that terrifying?
It is so big.
Are you saying you don't have a giant cutout of your face?
I don't, and I'm beginning to think that maybe I should.
I think you should.
I think my kids would do stuff to it though.
You could have that like when you go on tour or like radio promo. It's
Give out to that guy.
yeah.
Let me be cool dad when I come home.
Right. Congrats on Cheat Code, man. This is awesome.
Thank you.
A lot of fun. Why Cheat Code to kind of launch like this new era, this new chapter of Lukas Graham?
I mean, I've always found it difficult to write the unhappy love song because I'm not unhappy in love, and I'm very proud to say that. Like, I've had one girlfriend, she's now my wife, we have 2 kids. Not that I didn't whore about or whatever you say.
Peruse
or sow my oats. But it's more that, like, there are so many unhappy love songs about love not working out, and me and Autumn Rowe, that I co-wrote the song with, and Kisso, the producer, we had this talk about, what about writing a song with that the idea of, like, how you keep it going, how you keep it interesting, like the cheat code, kind of like I remember in The Sims it was Rosebud, and you got the money, right?
Yeah, that's right. Just brought me back for a minute, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I think there's something to it, like how to maintain intimacy, not only physically but also spiritually and social intimacy.
It's tough.
I have 2 kids sleeping in my bed, like.
Yeah.
And the oldest one, she's like turning 8 this year, and she goes to bed later and later and later. She's like me. She does not need sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my 3-year-old's like that. If she falls asleep for like 5 minutes in the car, right?
Oh yeah,
that's the only sleep that she needs for like a year. I'm like, what? Why?
Suddenly you'll be like 10, and she's like, well, I'll watch the news. Like,
it's crazy. And Kira also sleeps in our bed too. Like she'll come in, sneak in the middle of the night. One of those things.
Co-sleeping is wonderful.
Oh, it's great. No, it's nice because they're only going to be that age for so long, right? So.
And then they also, I feel like they sleep longer when they're in my bed.
They do, right? Yeah. You got to kick them out.
Eventually. I think they'll kick themselves out, or they'll kick us out. I don't know which is worse. So
what are your cheat codes then? How do you keep the intimacy? How do you keep it going when you got little ones and the madness of your career?
I mean, I do the getting up before my wife and making her coffee. And
okay.
I wake her up with a scalding hot cup of really delicious coffee, and I'm like, hey babe, I made coffee. The kids are still asleep. If you want to go downstairs. Yeah.
The whispering is key.
Yeah, no, she doesn't like me talking too early in the morning. So the cheat code is not talking in the morning, making her coffee, and I mean, I am trying to get better at this, like just basic tidying up. But I think my cheat code is really the flowers on a random Tuesday. Like, I never buy flowers after an argument or when we're in disagreement about how much or how little I should work. I buy flowers on a random Tuesday, on a gray Wednesday, and if I can get the white lilies that she loves, I'll get them.
I like that.
And it's like those little things. Like we talked about it off air before, like taking the kids out Sunday morning so she can do whatever she wants to do.
That's my go-to.
Yeah.
It's a nice bonding experience with your kids. It's a twofer, right? You're checking off boxes. You're having a great time with your kids.
Basically.
Your wife gets to like just decompress, watch some, trash TV or whatever they want to do in that time span, It's nice.
I think for her it's more like going out, getting some good coffee, or spend some time with herself, go have a workout, like go to the sauna.
True, right, yoga. My wife will do yoga during that. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm beginning now. I just got a sauna installed at the house.
Oh,
and
what?
My kids really love going to the sauna.
Yeah.
So I can almost give my wife like a 40-minute break by taking the kids to the sauna on a Sunday afternoon. And it's very well spent for a dad like me that travels a lot. Mm-hmm. But now, what's your cheat code?
Well, I want to get a sauna. I'm big into saunas recently. That's like been my new thing.
It's wonderful.
You go 40 minutes in the sauna?
No, it'll.
I'm about to say. I was like,
go
Jesus.
in and go out, but I mean.
No wonder you're so svelte these days. You sweat it all out. Damn. Yeah, sauna. I've been doing a lot. Cheat code. Well, I definitely get Kira. That's my daughter. She's like 3.5. Get her out of the house for a while. We go swimming a lot at our health club.
Yeah.
So we spend the day swimming. Foot massages. I realized that a little too late in our relationship where I was a big gesture guy, right? I think on our first Valentine's Day, I booked a trip to the Bahamas Like, who do I think I am?
And she realized she just didn't even want to go to the Bahamas.
No, she's like, what are you doing?
She just wanted her feet rubbed.
Just wanted the feet rubbed.
No,
Yeah.
the foot massages, my wife is now pregnant with our third child.
Oh my gosh,
And,
congratulations.
for some reason, every time my career spikes, she gets pregnant. I'm not sure what this is all about. But now especially, she's got the sore feet, like the 5-month feet.
Oh yeah.
And then she never gains a lot of weight when she's pregnant. Right around the 9-10 kilos. What's that? Like 22, 24 pounds.
Okay.
But her feet ache.
Mm.
And it's something as a man, like, I can't even get in, like, to understand anything about. Like, there's so many things happening in a woman's body that instead of asking stupid questions, another cheat code, I really try to just listen. Like, if she starts complaining about something, like, physical during the day, I know, okay, the foot rub is gonna do it. If it's in the afternoon, if it's in the evening, I'm like...
Yeah. I try to do things without being told to do it. Obviously, she told me at one point.
And then you just remember it.
And you have to remember it. Like, okay. You know what I mean? You have to put the reminders in your head, right? Set the reminder.
It's the tricky part of the relationship is remembering that things they liked 10 years ago, they most likely still like.
Right, yeah. There's a good chance.
Is it still white lilies, really?
Right, yeah.
You didn't...
That's still your thing, right?
You still don't like the red roses. Okay, I'll stop buying them then. No.
But it's true. So I try to like do things before I'm told to do them. Because if you're told to do something, then you do it. It kind of loses its luster a little bit. You know what I mean?
In a certain sense, the cheat code it's also like with your friends or with an earlier relationship. You don't have to be with someone for 10 years before figuring out the cheat code.
Mm.
Like, I found out the foot rubs very, very early on.
Mm.
I found out about certain dishes I cook very early on.
Yeah,
And
I have a few in my arsenal.
Yeah.
Got a couple.
But it's the same with your friends. Like, you have certain friends that like certain things, and I'll remember what people like to eat when we go to dinner.
Really?
And I can order for 12 people. Like, most of the people that I know that I hang out with for a certain amount of time every year, I'll look at the menu and I already know, like, you're having the baked card.
Wow.
Like, I'll just know.
And so do you order then for everyone? What a boss move.
Only when people wants it. But often, a lot of my friends, they just put the menu down. They say, "Lucas, are you going to take care of this?"
That's hilarious.
And then I already know who's having the oysters, who's having the truffles, who don't like the truffles, who never eats the pasta, who wants the steak.
That's funny. That's a good party trick.
And then also check out the restaurant so the vegans don't feel all left out, only ordering sides. You know.
That's pretty impressive.
I think it's a love language. Food is really a love language for me.
Mm.
And just like the physical gestures more than like gift gestures.
Right.
Because I had to learn that about my wife.
Sure, you have to know your partner's love language.
Because for my wife, it doesn't have to be a Chanel bag.
Right,
Like,
right.
But the flowers on a Tuesday, like, she'll literally send me a picture of the flowers I got her last week and be like, "Oh, I saw the flowers you got me last week and I'm going to miss you. It's nice you're going to be back already next Friday." Like, and then buy the flowers, like the lilies, I'll buy them closed so they'll bloom while I'm gone.
There you go.
And they can stand in the kitchen or in the dining room and remind her
They
for
can
a
last
very long time how nice I was to get them.
Yeah, see, my wife loves acts of service. So if I just like pretend like I'm her butler, right? That really greases her gears. You know what I mean? If I really
You should get one of these made, but
Right?
with, like the tux, the butler,
little
with
white
the-
gloves.
with the white
The little
gloves,
white gloves
have
on
it
'em.
have it standing, and when she puts that out, you know, it's about time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, because I'm like more of a physical touch and words of affirmation kind of guy.
And it doesn't matter what you are.
It does not matter. See, I realize that as well.
I mean,
It does not matter.
or
And-
I just want some time with my PlayStation, babe.
Yeah.
So what can I do without you asking me to for you to not get annoyed with me tonight when I turn it on? That's the calculation going on in my head because the new Assassin's Creed game just came out and it's so stupid.
Cheat codes left and right. I mean,
Completely.
Completely. And I love how this is the lead off of this project. And I was, following this journey on your Instagram. And I love how transparent you are about this whole, how this whole thing came to be, right? So you recorded this album in front of a live audience, which just blows my mind.
It was insane.
Like, did you just want to test yourself out? Did you just want a new challenge?
There was it was a twofold thing. There was I wanted something at stake.
Yeah.
And then I needed a deadline. I'm more of a stick than a carrot kind of guy. Like I need a whip
Right.
to get from A to B.
To get to the finish line.
And I just knew, okay, come Easter, I have to have an album, a whole album ready to record in front of a live studio audience. And because it was in front of a live studio audience, the idea was to get more attempts at a first take, because some of the demo recordings are going to be so good we can't beat them.
Sure.
But then we go in, and for 8 days in a row, the first 15 minutes of every show, I was in a vocal booth performing the vocals to a song of the day. And some of the days we didn't get anything good enough to use, but some of the days we really did. We got like a second verse that was a little more sassy. We got like a bridge that had the emotion we were missing from the demo. And then on the big ballad, the love song called Believer, which is basically about how like she makes me a believer in love and life and all things good. That's a one take from the Friday on day 5.
That's wild.
And when Kisso, the producer, when he sent it to me, he was like, check out Believer. Like, and I was like, so which takes and how much and did you edit? And he's like, this is a one take.
Wild.
And it wasn't even the one take in the vocal booth. It was the one take singing into the live mic, the same one that I was just singing on in your little live room in there.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't that crazy?
It's just a one take.
Did you even impress yourself? You're like, oh,
I was
wow.
like, oh, goddamn.
All right, still got it.
Yeah, 7 Years was a one take from a demo recording as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
And there was a one song on the Blue album called Funeral, which was a one take from the day we wrote it as well. Sometimes there's something unique and magical about the demo. And because, I mean, I have a really nice microphone and preamp setup. I'm not going to bore everybody with the details, but 7 Years is sung into like an $80 mic.
Wow.
It was a really shitty mic.
Yeah.
But the vibe was just everything. Like, I spent 3 days in a row trying to beat that recording.
Couldn't do it, huh?
And I couldn't do it.
Just that raw emotion from the original take?
There's just a vibe.
Yeah.
And you can't beat it.
Sure. No, I get that.
And sometimes you just need to lean into it and go with the vibe. Cheat Code is one of the ones where we spent time recording a new version, and we wrote and recorded this in September in Copenhagen last year. We went to LA a few months later, tried to record it again because I felt it was a little meh.
Okay.
And then we go do the whole live vocal recording in front of 1,500 people. Just couldn't beat it. Like, no matter what I listen to, of all the takes we've done, that demo has like an honesty to it.
Right.
That a song like Cheat Code, because it's a more produced song than a lot of the stuff I've done. So the honesty in that initial demo recording just lends itself to the story being told better.
Sure.
It's like, as when I got to know the song better, I couldn't sing it as good. Almost.
No, I get that.
It's weird.
I totally get that. You can't
practice something
duplicate
too much.
that magic.
Yeah, like practice something too much and you lose it.
For sure. There's that authenticity, that rawness when you do it originally. And you were saying that with 7 years, and I was like looking, it's been almost 10 years since 7 years that's come out.
Released in the summer of 2015 out
That's
in
wild.
Scandinavia. Yeah.
Now, now that you're a girl dad and a husband, how has this song, does it have like a new life for you now?
Yeah, I mean, there was a time right after 7 years when I was asked about it, I got a little annoyed, I was a little pissed off, like, why can we only talk about that big behemoth of a song? And now I think I'm more consciously grateful for what the song did to me. Like, it changed my life.
Yeah.
Bought my house, bought my mom a house, and it's like I get to travel the world doing what I love, what I dreamed of doing as a kid. I'm gonna get a little emotional now. I was born in a house without a toilet or a bathroom, in a neighborhood where the police only came in riot gear, and tear gas reminds me of kindergarten. And now I can go wherever I want to go, and I'm gonna sell tickets, and it's weird. I'm sitting in Philadelphia, doing an interview. Like, I had dreams as a kid of going to the U.S. and touring with my own band in a bus, and we've done that countless times, you know. I wrote this song where, by the end of it, I've traveled the world and sold songs all over the place, and I have kids, and I'm married, and now I am married. I have my kids. I'm traveling the world. It's like I wrote a self-fulfilling prophecy that I'm living, and it's a little daunting sometimes, because will my kids come and visit once or twice a month? I don't know.
I get goosebumps, just it's like this full circle moment.
I'm not full. It was only half circle.
Half circle.
So I'm only 35.
You're only 35, right? But while we're manifesting things, I mean, cheat code. I mean, you're manifesting a really happy marriage too. So like that's going to see its way through, right?
I think
Because you're just a prophet at this point.
But I also love. Thank you. But also don't tell too many people because they might start following me, and I don't want that. That would be weird. I can't make water into wine. God damn it!
Yeah, I'm not that powerful. Stop it. Leave me be.
No, but I like because first someone was like, "Oh, is it only about happy wife, happy life?" And I said, "Do listen to the second verse. It's also happy house, happy spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes both ways." Now I'm
Right.
just talking from my perspective.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, everybody needs to communicate and to fulfill each other's personal needs.
Mm.
It's not about your love language, it's about her love language.
Sure.
It's not always about her love language, but sometimes about your love language. Sometimes, like, you work a little harder, she works a little harder. It's always going to be a give and take.
Mm-hmm.
And every situation in your life is going to be both wonderful and difficult. You know, it's hard to have kids.
Yeah.
I know some people who can't have them. That's also very hard. You know, it's hard to be a garbage handler. You don't see your kids every morning. It's hard to be a police officer. It's hard to be a fireman. It's also hard to be an artist.
Sure.
But all those jobs are also wonderful in each their own way and give different types of freedom
Right.
to the different people who have them, right?
Absolutely. There's give and take. There's pros and cons.
Always. It's every time you're opening a door, like you're closing a window.
Mhm.
And it's just going to be that way.
Yeah.
And like we talked about friends. You can't hold on to all of the friends.
Yeah. All the kids that I went to school with, I don't even talk to anymore. It's wild.
I mean, you're just going to have to choose the ones that you give them something, they give you something, not like in a financial way, but like we need to have people in our lives that inspire us to do better and be better.
Sure.
Because then we can pass better skills on to our kids.
Because if they're not, they're kind of just holding us back in a way. So it's like.
And you can have a certain amount of, let's call it dead weight in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you'll have family members who don't necessarily uplift you.
For
but
sure.
we still stick by them because they're family. And we can have those types of friends as well. But if all your friends is dragging you down, like you become like a composite version of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right?
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
So your daughter and your wife is 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then it leaves 3 left, right?
Probably people I see here at work. Sammy's one of them over
So
here.
Sammy's basically influencing you
Yeah.
and your values and your morals,
Yeah.
your work ethic.
It's true. It's true. So surround yourself with good people.
Surround yourself with good people and also be the good person that you would like to have in your life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Be that person to
Because what you put
others.
out is what you get back. I totally believe in
Completely.
that. Absolutely. Where were you during my first marriage? My gosh, Lucas, dropping bombs left and right. I
was
love all
sowing
this.
my oats.
Yeah.
I was figuring out that being single and ready to mingle was not it. It was fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But this is where life has really started for you.
It's incredible how becoming a dad is like I'm living like my second youth,
Mm.
like just without the shots.
Right. Right. Well, and you're seeing everything through their eyes now and seeing it from their perspective, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, like I still don't sleep. Like, but
Oh,
we
no.
used to never sleep
What's
anyway.
that? No.
I used to go to bed late. Now I just get up early.
You blink and then you're back to.
It's like the sum total of your vices. It's like a constant.
It's a blur. Yeah, you're just moving. But Cheat Code is the single release date on the album. We don't know.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
I think I would like to be completely sure that everything sounds the way it should on
Sure.
the whole album. I mean, we have a little bit of editing to do after 8 days of nonstop recording of instruments and vocals in front
would
of
imagine.
people. That was so scary, man. Like, we talked about taking it on the road because it's 10-year anniversary next year, 2025. And it'll be 10 years since 7 Years was released. So maybe taking that album on tour like we normally tour, but then have one song in
Yeah.
one city from the album and then another song from the album
Oh, I like
in another
that.
city, and then be like release it where you're like, okay, so Mama Said in parentheses like Philadelphia.
I love
Like-
that. That's a
or
really
like
good
maybe
idea.
have the name of the venue and the city. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
And then have different countries, different continents.
Oh, that's cool.
That would be fun.
Do that.
Incredibly laborious. My tour manager, I can already sense him being like, "Oh my god!"
A lot of angry emails. Yeah.
A lot of angry emails, a lot of gear, a lot of logistics.
A lot of guitars.
At the end of the day, I'm just the guy with the idea.
Mhm.
I do not care how they fix it. They
Right.
will.
Yeah.
There was 50 technicians working while we were doing the live recording experience in
That's
Vegas.
crazy.
50 technicians and like 17 people from the concert house, plus my 5 guys on stage. Like it was so intense,
Wow.
but it was fun.
It sounds fun. So this album will be ready in about 7 years then, right?
No, that was a bad joke. Come
Ah!
on. You can do better. No one is allowed to laugh in their cars by this. We had talked earlier about no.
It's just dead silent, just crickets.
No,
But-
next year, 2025, I'm going to drop it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Love that. Well, Cheat Code is a great, first taste of this project. We love it. We love playing it, and thank you for being here and talking a little bit about it.
Thank you for taking the time, Bennett. I call
Absolutely.
it new but nostalgic. That's like that's what I call this new sound.
I like that.
New but nostalgic.
And feel free to bring my cardboard cutout back home to Copenhagen, please. He wants to see the world. Let him see the
We'll
world.
take him out.
Thank you.